Hey, it is Rachel Feldman from Rachel's Wellness. So I thought, okay, what am I going to talk about today? But, I always talk about digestive wellness. And one of the things with digestive wellness is so often I've been seeing clients who have just chronic candida. And candida symptoms, um, I would say, well, actually, here's a fact 70% of Americans have candida and they don't even know it. And hey, look, let me tell you this. We all have presence of yeast in our body, candida. When it becomes a problem is when it becomes systemic. When this candida, for example, let's just give another example, there are supposed to be 85% good bacteria in your body. When you have the 15% of bad bacteria in your body creep up and have, the good bacteria out of balance, all of a sudden you have a problem. And all of a sudden, in most cases, what I see with clients or even in my own recovery with digestive wellness is a situation of leaky gut. Leaky gut is when you have intestinal permeability. That actually means that if you can imagine your intestinal walls as I'm actually looking at a window, as like a window screen, it means that there are these little holes in your intestines, in your intestinal wall, I mean, for whatever reason. It could be stress, antibiotic use, intolerance to certain foods. It can even be environmental toxins. Hey, you breathe, you put on makeup, you touch anything and you're absorbing toxins. So all of a sudden you get this leaky gut situation. And let me also say, every child, every baby is born with leaky gut with the hope that the gut will heal and seal and all this good bacteria will flourish. Well, that doesn't always happen, especially in today's culture where we, have so many different toxins, and I won't get into a whole bunch of other stuff. But anyway, so you have a leaky gut situation, and all of a sudden, food or particles or toxins that are supposed to be actually moved out of your body all of a sudden get leaked into your bloodstream, creating an inflammatory response. So all of a sudden your body is, has all this inflammation. And that is also when candida or bacteria or parasites start to proliferate. They have a heyday because they can start to proliferate because all of a sudden the good bacteria is not balancing out the bad bacteria. So let me just get back to candida. Everyone has candida, all right? It's when the candida gets outside of your intestinal walls and starts wreaking havoc in your bloodstream. That's when we have a problem. And again, signs of candida can even be anxiety, brain fog, memory loss, itchy vulva, itchy butt, vaginal discharge, loss of sex drive, lower back pain, joint pain, inflammation, stiffness, mood swings, inability to balance blood sugar. The list goes on. But the problem is that most people think candida is the root of the problem. It's not. Candida is never the root of the problem. Gut issues, all diseases stem from the gut. But the problem is once you get candida or bacteria or parasites, all of a sudden the liver, which is working so hard with the kidneys to flush out your system, becomes a little overburdened. Well, what happens when that happens? Only the garbage can only be so full. Well, all of a sudden heavy metals come in. And you're like, heavy metals, what am I talking about? Well, heavy metals are in the foods we eat, it's in the air we breathe, it's in the makeup we put on, it's in the conditioners, the shampoos, the everything. So all of a sudden the body starts not being able to excrete these heavy metals, and it retains the heavy metals, and then the liver gets really toxic. And then all of a sudden, more candida or yeast is produced to protect your organs. So whether you have dental fillings, or whether you ate too much tuna, or whether your genes are just the ones that are predisposed to have you not detox and excrete as properly as the person next to you, you have heavy metals. Doesn't mean that everybody has heavy metal. Everyone's excreting heavy metals at every point of their day. For some of us, whether we have a weakened immune system or we've had long-standing gut dysbiosis, and that means a leaky gut situation, or long-standing adrenal fatigue. Say your mother had thyroid issues and then had you, well, you most likely have adrenal insufficiency at a young age. Maybe you have low stomach acid, one of the symptoms of adrenal fatigue, or possibly you're just an A blood type like myself, and so you don't make a lot of stomach acid by constitution. It doesn't matter. I always say, what came first, the chicken or the egg? It doesn't matter. So if you're one of those people and you think, oh, you know what, I have every symptom for Candida, check again. You know, you may have every symptom for bacteria and parasites as well. I always say when one bacteria is in your body, they love to bring their friends. If you have chronic Candida, and it's not going away, and you're just trying to kill the Candida, kill the Candida, kill the Candida, and you've detoxed and cleansed and everything, and you're still fighting Candida, there is a root cause that you are not seeing. So that's where I come in. I'm a holistic health coach. I've also gone down this road myself. So everything that I suggest to my clients, I've tried. And I'm not just a person sitting on the other end saying, do this, do this, do this. I know from experience. So again, let's just recap. Candida bacteria and parasites, typically not the root of the problem. There is some other thing, whether it's your digestive acid is not high, you don't make enough HCl, it's called, whether you have a, your immune system is it's not working as efficiently as it should, or over toxicity, or maybe you were just born that way. Maybe your mom, no shame or blame, was toxic to begin with and you inherited that. So for whatever reason, if you're trying to kill Candida and it just keeps coming back, or kill bacteria and it just keeps coming back, or you have chronic fatigue or some chronic issues that just are not, or you can't figure out, heavy metal poisoning, heavy metal toxicity might be something that you want to take a look at. So I do a number of different protocols depending on the age of my client and depending on how well you detox. So if you're interested in finding out more, you can find me at www.rachelswellness. You can contact me at rachel@rachelswellness.com, or you can find me on Facebook, always at Rachel's Wellness. And Candida bacteria and parasites be gone with Rachel Feldman on Facebook as well. So I think that's about it. Like I said, you have to look for the root. And I'll just end with this. I've been to a lot of amazing naturopaths, doctors, homeopaths, specialists in my lifetime for issues that I was having, and everyone seemed to be able to address one aspect of it, put a Band-Aid on it, and that was great, and that helped me, and without a doubt I wouldn't be where I am today. But what I want to do is get to the root of the problem, so that you're not sitting still sick. And it doesn't happen overnight. For some people, yeah, click of a switch and we figure it out, and for others it's a little more complicated. But if you're suffering, which you don't have to, and trust me, I know there because I've been there, done that, I'm going to tell you, it's not all in your head. Trust me. If every blood test is coming back normal and you're still sick, I believe you that you're still sick. I believe that you know your body well enough to know that something's not right. So contact me. I'm sorry, I had to look away for a second to get the stop button. But anyway, contact me. I look forward to hearing from you.